Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Hay and I believe in dragons. And welcome again in this forest where I like to be, where I love to be. And I did so many rituals. I came to live in this forest a long time ago. 5-6 years ago. And so now it's like I lived here since the beginning of my life. It's so I'm feeling so home in the forest. Ever since I was a child, I was just in love with the forest. So I lived in the city and I had to adapt myself in the city. So I know much more than these hillbillies that live here. I came to live here and I wanted to find out more about my dragon, and I did. I found a lot more about my dragon. I wanted to meditate here, I wanted to be here, I want to know more about my dragon and about spirits and spirituality of my dragon's path. And so I found a lot more than I came to find back in the day. Of course, I discovered the most things in where I lived in the city, because it's where I first made my first altar and where I first did rituals and magic, and I came to discover magic, I came to discover the dragon gods. Everything I discovered more, but here I can go deeper inside of everything. And so but it was not always that I could be free to do whatever I wanted to do, because to be honest, I was ashamed so much. I knew how it sounded if I say to someone how it sounded, that if I say I believe in dragons, I've seen a dragon by my side, and you know what, that dragon is very much connected with me, because I believe that there is even a spirit of a dragon within me. If you say this to someone, I mean, there are so many people that said, oh, you're so batshit crazy, or that wow, you are evil, you are connected with the devil. You know, I didn't have a lot of sympathy back then. You know, sometimes I just wanted to keep this. That was my first plan, to keep this for myself, actually. But I was so in love with the dragon. I finally found my path. I finally seen dragons. I want this. I love this. And sometimes I slip my mouth open and it just comes out to some people. And then the people, of course, what are you freaking saying to me? You are so crazy. So people are less open than I thought, because it sounds crazy. In the beginning of my path as well, I was saying to myself that I was crazy. Even if everyone is saying this, and even I'm saying this to myself, then it must be that I'm becoming crazy. But there is a different meaning about this. Why did I not turn my back on the dragon if this was so difficult? So 7 years I thought that I was going crazy. Yet I still continued. To talk with myself that I actually knew it was the dragon. And somewhere there was also another part that was saying, stop this. This is not going well. Everyone is saying that you're crazy, you are crazy. And the other part is saying, wow, dragon gods, for the first time. The other part was completely different. I mean, I was split in two. What did I have to do sometimes? Sometimes I just didn't realize what I had to do. And the reason for that is just because I came to find out that we are sometimes split in two, because we are human beings. But yet, once the dragon touched you, you are not only a human anymore. I mean, from the beginning of your birth even. And that is what is speaking to us sometimes. That yourself as a human, that you are also born as, is talking to you, but also the draconic spirit is talking more and more, especially later on, once the dragon energy, the dragon spirit within you is starting to grow and to have more energy. This will also talk to you, yourself. You might have a more than a split personality later on, but the trick is actually to merge them together into one spirit, to one entity that you are, that they don't fight to you anymore, to what you have to do or what you are, that they somewhere decided to have peace with each other. Draconic spirit, draconic energy, and human energy collapsing together, I mean, in one body. And that is what I try to do here in this forest later on. I try to merge them together so that they finally work together as well. That I don't have to wear a mask among human beings. That I don't have to be afraid of to say what I am or what I do. That I don't have to do this or that against my will. That I just adapt myself in it and become it. That is what I did in this forest a lot, to learn about myself and to merge them together. Like I said, for a lot of years, this was not an easy path, as well as the teachings that the dragon was saying to me. These teachings were new for me, very, very new. Like the meeting of the dragon gods, which was actually a very pleasant meeting, but to go with them, for example, to travel among gates and to see all of these entities and feel all of these quite creepy entities that were to reach out for me, or in Leviathan's void. I love Leviathan, but his void is quite something to go through, and it's going to let you some scars behind on your soul, on your face, everywhere. And this together alongside with the people on your path, not on your path, but next to you, that are saying, that you are crazy, or that you are evil, or that you are following the devil, or something like that. Those are the difficulties of our path. Not only from the people by your side, but also from the things that we got to learn from the dragon. Some things can be very, very hard. Very hard. I mean, my teachings, my personal teachings that I get from my dragons are teachings of compassion and teaching of hell and teaching, the void, and the teaching of the dragon god, seeing through the eyes of the animals. It's not easy. Very much it's not easy. And if you, and I'm someone that loves to say things to anyone else. If I'm saying the teachings of the dragon to someone else, then again, of course, I'm crazy or I'm stupid or whatever. It's not, that is also, it's not the path that we are asking for. It's the path that it was actually, that it's meant for us. It's what we are. It's what we do. It's how we are born to be. We can't help to be what we are, even though it's sometimes difficult. That is why it's very important to have your brothers and sisters on the dragon's path sometimes with you, and that they don't go against you to say, no, the dragon's path is like this, and it's actually very different than the one that you are taking. Then you are actually very, very confused. And if you say, no, actually my path is like this, and then the other one, brother or sister, and I understand where this is coming from very much, is saying, no, because it's that and that. And you must not be on the dragon's path because you are actually saying something completely different. That is because every path is different. So keep that in mind. Because sometimes I make this mistake myself, my brothers and sisters. That I said to other people on the dragon's path, no, the dragon's path is like this and it's fixed like this. And those are the things that the dragon is saying to me. Because now the dragon is saying this to you. No, the dragon, most of the time, for every one of us, has a different message. Has a different lifestyle, has a different philosophy. So we can help each other, supporting each other in these hard, difficult times that we sometimes have. That sometimes you want to turn your back sometimes of the dragon just because how difficult it can be. It can be sometimes very difficult, and that is just what we need, a little bit support of each other. Not going against each other, but for each other. We are all brothers and sisters on the dragon's path, where spirituality is connected to each other by draconic energy. Even if we have a different path, we all have difficulties on our path, and we all sometimes just want to hug from a dragon. And sometimes this dragon can be from you, your draconic soul, that gives a cyber hug, you can say, to another brother or sister that just needs it sometimes. I don't think that is too difficult, to cling on together as one spiritual family. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.